I'm Bob the Cigar Guy. This is Traveler's Rest, South Carolina, and I want to tell you, budgets are budgets. Budgets be budgeting. Budgets be budgeting. That's right. With all this craziness in the world going on, you need a break to smoke a cigar. You do. At least I do. That's for sure. And I want to get the most bang for my buck. And this thing has buck banging all over it. This is the JFR Connecticut Super Toro, 6.5 by 52, Connecticut wrapper, Nicaraguan binder, and Nicaraguan filler. And so, budget is important to me. It is. But quality first, right? I don't want to get a budget cigar. Pull this big, pretty cellophane paper off. Save the, I love the band. Pull the band off right there. I love budgeting, but this is not something I have to do. This is not an addiction. This is not a compulsion. This is not a need. This is a moment of peace and pause and enjoyment. And so I want to make sure that I enjoy it. And so there are probably cigars that are cheaper, but they might not taste good. This cigar, I have not, I'm going to be honest with you, I have not yet smoked it. I don't know what it tastes like. So this may be worth it. Well, this may not. Now, at this size of a cigar, 6.5 minus a little inky bink I cut off, it's a little bit over one picture of George Washington per inch. That's not too shabby, right? 3 sodas. You buy 3 sodas at the gas station and you get this cigar. That's the equivalent. But how does it taste? Now, JFR. Ooh, that's a closed foot. Hang on. I gotta change my lighter. I want to taste that wrapper. They want me to taste the closed foot. The wrapper is wrapped around the foot so that you can taste it before you taste the whole blend. I want to taste this Connecticut wrapper. So I'm going to get it toasty real quick, put it in my mouth and puff. All right. All right. All right. That's nice. There it is. Oh. Oh. I'm so glad. I used to love closed foots, right? I wanted to experience the closed foot or the shaggy foot. It's just kind of cool, just nice and neat to taste the experience. But as I've gotten into cigars more and more, closed foot is not exciting to me because usually a piece ashes off and falls on you, or it doesn't burn perfectly, and I'm just like, I've done the experience, I'm over it, and I move on. But this thing, I'm so glad it's closed foot because that was delicious. And the dramatic change from just a little bit to where I've gotten, it literally flipped the script. It was like drinking a cup of creamy, toasty coffee. And then when you put the coffee down, you pick up a bite of steak, a little mashed potatoes, a little gravy on it. It's a whole different experience. It is. That was, man, y'all know what y'all doing. JFR, right? It is budget luxury. It is a line of Aganorsa that says, hey, you're a working feller or a working lady, and we all have budgets. And yeah, we like to all smoke this $50, $60 cigars every day. Who wouldn't? But it just doesn't happen, right? And you don't want to just wait till you can afford a $50, $60 cigar. So how can we at Aganorsa give you a cigar smoking experience that is good, that is in a price range that you can afford to buy a mess of them? If you buy a box of these, a box of 50 of these, I saw on a website just recently, I can't say who, can't say where, can't say exactly how much, but if you buy a box of 50 of these, they are less than they are as much as many fingers on your hand, unless you do fireworks too much, per cigar. And I'm going to tell you right now, if I blind taste tested this, now I'm only back this far, If I blind taste tested this and they said, give me a price point, I'm thinking 10 to 15. That's what I'm thinking, in all honesty. I would not expect it to be half of that. Now, how does Aganorsa do it? Aganorsa has tons of tobacco. Tons of tobacco. Tons of tobacco. And in that, they have a huge inventory that they can pick and choose from. And in doing that, they can take their time to find the perfect blends. And this, I'm very pleased, that this is not a Connecticut Shade Plus. A lot of manufacturers are coming out with a Shade Plus, which I'm not against per se, but the Connecticut Shade Plus gives you more kick, more spicy, more this, more that, more toasty, well, more leathery, more minerality, more turned earth, more aggression. And it's a good blend because that toasty creamy of the Connecticut really lends to it. But a lot of people, when they're new cigar smokers, they will go in and they will grab the lighter cigars because traditionally the lighter cigars have lighter flavors, less kick in your head, and it's easier to enjoy new in the industry. By wrapping a light wrapper around a fuller cigar blend, you kind of fool those people that don't smoke cigars much, and it may turn them off. That's my personal vent. I don't know why that if you want a Shade Plus, that you don't put a Corojo wrapper around a blend that has Connecticut Shade inside of it. Maybe it's a combustion issue. Maybe it's a thickness of the leaf issue. Maybe it's the flavors don't lay down right. I don't believe that nobody has not figured that out. But just for me, it just worries me for the new cigar smokers. I enjoy a Connecticut Shade Plus. I do. But this has that feeling of that old school Connecticut Shade. Toasty creamy. A little bit of hay. A little bit of charriness. Maybe back in the finish, some espresso notes. It's burning like a champ. Look at that. Mascara line's tight and tiny. Ash is nice and stacking dimes, right? Beautiful wrapper. Look at that wrapper. No veins whatsoever. The seams are tight and tiny. Cap is nice and ample. Big cap right there. I mean, the band, I'm loving that. And just pull that band right off. Look at that. I love that because I have no fingernails, right? They're dirty. Sorry. I've been working hard. And JFR is not a one and done on a blend. I got a lot right here. If you want a quick smoke, you can get this bad boy right here, right? If you don't want a quick smoke, you maybe catch something in a normal size. Is that a closed foot? It is a closed foot. So you can taste that right there with that nice pull-off band. I love that. Then there's, what is this? The JFR 20 year. 20? Yeah. JFR 20 year. A little box press, right? You can get another 20 year. I just did a video on PCA with Aganorsa, and I smoked the big one of these. Delicious. The price point is ridiculous. Most manufacturers, a lot of manufacturers can't do that because they don't have that large of an inventory of tobacco to be able to draw from. Because you have to have a lot of tobacco at a price point that you can get the tobacco at to where you can make a high premium quality product. There are some products that are very inexpensive that are good, that are yardsticks, that are when you're working in the yard, you're doing things. I'll smoke them. Working in the shop, I'll smoke them. I'm not going to pull out a $30 cigar and smoke it when I'm working in the shop. I want to pay attention to what I'm doing and not as much to the cigar. And if I have a $30 cigar, I'm paying attention to it. But this dances between the two of it's extremely budget friendly, but it has that elevated smoking experience because I don't ever want to get a cigar that was inexpensive that I don't want to smoke. I don't have to smoke them. I want to enjoy my smoke. And this, I'm digging it. I am. So, get you some, try you some. Let me comment, tell me what you think. JFR, Connecticut, by Aganorsa. I'm Bob Cigar Guy, smoking the cigar saying, see you later. Love you. Mean it.